Welcome to News 500. I'm Stephen Allen.
And I'm Erich McElroy. In today's stories, after UKIP's recent election success in a coastal town increased hopes of a landslide.
A cure for Ebola found.
And it's bad news for Denmark's sex tourists.
The EU Right to be Forgotten law has led to thousands of requests for Google to delete websites and search histories. 10% of requests have come from the UK, 90% of those are from Radio 1 DJs.
Be nice to be forgotten in advance. I sometimes wish I'd had that skill.
Some of those DJs are.
In related news, Nick Grimshaw has been announced as the host of this year's Mercury Music Prize, in case you needed another reason not to watch it. I don't actually know who Nick Grimshaw is.
I think he's used that right to be forgotten law. Midwives and A&E staff went on a 4-hour strike Monday morning, but as waiting times are still an average of 5 hours, disruption to service was minimal. Managers recorded an increase to the number of C-sections during that time as newborns refused to cross the picket line. However, there were a few scabs.
Yes, Sri Lanka's famous Jaffna train is being reopened this week. Oh, that should be exciting. It's believed the 24-hour hiatus, 24-year, even longer, was due to an ongoing debate as to whether the service should be officially classed as a train or a biscuit.
I think actually it's a cake.
Is it cake though? Are you talking about a cookie?
We don't have cookies in this country.
You don't?
No.
Who was that woman I met the other night? Upon returning from traveling in South Asia, Daniela Liverani, what he said, was shocked to find a 3-inch leech hitching a ride in her nostril. Daniela claims she didn't even feel the 3-inch beast. Can you call something a beast if it's only 3 inches long? You try to. It's made a lot of men around the country feel slightly inadequate, Steve.
I don't know why. I mean, 3 inches?
Yeah.
Scientists believe that a cure for obesity is close.
That sounds good to me.
A radical new program for the chronically overweight involves them smoking and drinking excessively and drastically increasing their food consumption.
Tick, tick, tick.
The aim is to accelerate the onset of sudden death, at which point those pounds just drop off.
Maybe untick one of those at least. Red Bull has been criticized for false advertising. We go live to our business correspondent at their headquarters for more details.
Thanks, Erich. I'm here at the headquarters of Red Bull, who have recently had to pay out $13 million in compensation to customers who were duped by their false advertising slogan that Red Bull gives you wings. Well, technically, it was paid to their next of kin, as most claimants are spread across pavements at the bottom of tall buildings. A number of companies are now bracing themselves for similar claims. Snickers are ready for a transsexual backlash for their slogan, "Get Some Nuts," and Lynx deodorant for their campaign which implies that it attracts women. Tests have shown that not to be the case, with women having a particular dislike for Lynx West Africa. I'm Rialina for News 500. Back to you in the studio.
Toys R Us have announced that they will be retracting shipments of their big new Christmas cricket toy. The electronic glove, measuring bowling speed and direction, is known as the Ebola and was due to be launched with a tagline, "Ebola coming to a town near you."
In related news, screening of the Ebola virus starts at UK airports this week. Checks include a verbal test with questions such as, do you eat raw monkey regularly, and have you been sucking a bleeding cock?
For how long is the question about bleeding cock?
What if you never let them finish?
Bleeding cock of a monkey.
Oh, yeah. Do they have cocks?
Science... Right. The scientists may have found a cure for the Ebola virus. It appears that being white is the cure. Several thousand West Africans are confirmed to have died from Ebola prior to British aid worker William Pooley contracting and recovering from the deadly virus.
Because he was white.
Because he was white, yes. Research shows that being white actually increases immunity to a number of global issues, including poverty and racial injustice. Science says the ability to jump, however, is still out of Caucasian reach.
Yeah, I have someone else do my jumping for me.
That's true. That's one of the benefits of being white.
Yeah, and fat. UKIP have been voted into power in Clacton-on-Sea. Migrants responded to the win with saying, "Trust us, we were never planning to go to Clacton anyway."
And did they do it in a foreign accent?
Was that a foreign accent?
Either that or you had a stroke. Denmark has finally banned sex with animals, announced Food and Health Minister Dan Jorgensen.
It's more shocking that they've currently been having sex with animals. I mean, we've been eating their bacon.
No wonder it tastes so salty.
Salty.
That's it from us. To get your regular fix from News 500, subscribe now. The world's news in 500 seconds.
Ish.